I'm here with the decades needed three-row crossover from Lexus. This is the TX. It's finally here. It's the newest Lexus in the lineup. That is until the new Lexus GX comes out here in just a few weeks. But with any luxury car, I like to do videos at night to see what kind of attention to detail are they doing to the nighttime theme to this vehicle. The headlights, the taillights, the interior. Let's get into it. I literally leave tomorrow morning to go to Tucson, Arizona to drive the new Lexus GX, so make sure you're subscribed. I can't wait to give you my driving impressions of the amazing Land Cruiser-based Lexus GX. But let's check out the TX right now. That's what we have on hand. Now, this grille, this front end reminds me of, what, like a 2017 Toyota Highlander, but this looks far more premium. But you know, with the horizontal slats, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. These fog lights on this F Sport are super bright. The daytime running lights here are flipped upside down compared to a normal Lexus. See that Lexus L motif right here, and typically 180 degrees flipped to the check mark. The check mark is still here. It's just now kind of into the body. It's almost like they may have originally designed that Lexus daytime running light to be down here, and then they did some amazing work to put it on top. It's almost like the Lexus version of that hammerhead design grille that we see on Toyota products. It looks really good here, and it's starting to grow on me. At first I liked the Toyota Grand Highlander front end better than the TX, but after spending a lot of time with this F Sport model, it's really growing on me. So let's come to the side and get an idea of what this baby looks like at night. It's huge. It's a very big vehicle. It's exactly what Lexus needed. Now we have a super bright LED light right here. That is kind of like that parking light, very bright orange. I feel like I'm blinded by it. The camera's not going to pick it up as well. And same thing with that red light right on the edge of that wraparound tail light. That is extremely bright as well. So you're going to be able to see this thing at night. Now, I don't know if it's going to do it to me right now because the truck is on, but when you get close to the handles at night, these handles light up here. Again, that light bar is very Lexus iconic now. The problem is everybody's doing light bars nowadays, so it doesn't really stand out, unfortunately, that much at night from the rear as it does from the front. But you know, it looks fine. I'll just say that. But let's turn on the turn indicators and see what kind of action it gives us here. Flip, really bright LED here on the side mirror. The entire daytime running light turns into a really super bright amber. Very impressive. What do you guys think? Do you like that the turn indicator is amber there on the TX's daytime running light? Holy cow. And notice this, what a lot of manufacturers do is that they'll turn off the daytime running light completely when the blinker's on. The crazy thing here, it's actually alternating between the white daytime running light and the amber turn indicator. So very impressive. Lexus doing some really good attention to detail right there. Coming to the back, well, you know, it's pretty small in comparison to the fabulous show that we have up front for the indicator, but it is bright. Of course, it is fully LED. Now, no puddle lamps here on the back door. We have a little reflector light right there. This is really the gist of the ambient lighting here. And the TX is in the hand wells as well as the button here. It's hard to see right now, but there is light, blue light. Now, I can customize this. We'll get into the front seat and customize. I just want to see what kind of experience they're giving us in the back real quick. USBs at the bottom are illuminated. Nice illumination here of the climate control as well. What about the third row? Is the third row getting any love? Only love there, well, a little bit. So that bottom light right there, that is to control the reclining function of this third row. And that light on the top is the USB-C for the third row. All right, checking out the front door here. Of course, we have the F Sport puddle lamp, F Sport illuminated skid plate here. and it's pretty nice, but it is white background. I noted this on my daytime review. For an F Sport Performance, it should have a black background to that F, so the color should be kind of reversed there. Most people aren't going to give a crap about that. We have the ambient lighting here on the armrest, in the handle, and on the camera. It's picking up that the window colors are kind of the same as the ambient lighting on the handle, but my naked eye says this is white and this is blue. Down below, I don't think it's that customizable. These are the F Sport pedals. This just looks like kind of like a white ambient lighting. What happens though when I get in the inside? Does it change? When I shut the door, does it turn to a blue? It does. So heck yeah, I like that feature. It's white to help you get in. It illuminates the car a little bit better for just visibility, and then it turns blue when that door is closed. So let's turn off that turn indicator. But if you want to change the colors, right here it's under illumination, under the vehicle settings, and you can customize the head-up display in here as well. But it's on heat blue, brightness is all the way up. You can, I guess, customize, oh, it's just the brightness. Okay, I can play with that, but you can customize here the different colors that you have. I like blues and purples. I turned it to purple. Camera's not the best at showing the colors here at nighttime, but let's check out red. Looking pretty nice. You know, the interior here is just black, so red looks pretty good with it. You can see that TX mat lit up down there. Now, if we zoom out here and we look at the cup holder area, we actually have some ambient lighting built into this cup holder area, as well as this charger area here for your phone. But what does a TX also like to drive at night? I think we've ran through all of its glitz and glamour here with all the lights. So let's go ahead and start driving the new TX at night. Am I disappointed that the TX doesn't have over-the-top ambient lighting bars everywhere? In fact, no, I don't. I like not being blinded at every corner by an Audi or Mercedes or BMW and their lighting systems. It can be nice and fun to play with, but then you get reflections going on in your windows that just kill it for me. So yes, it is a bit cheap of them not to keep up with the times, but you know, Lexus kind of always done their own thing. They don't try to directly compete with the other competitors, which is a benefit as well as a hurdle for them. So one of the ways that they in the past have never really tried to compete with the competition is performance, and you can say they still don't at the top level. But with this powertrain right here, gosh, you know, if you're under 45 miles an hour, the front wheels are always struggling for traction if you're full tilt. So it's very, very impressive with this all-wheel drive system. Now, when you're in the turns and you start to get into the gas, start powering out, you get a lot of power coming from that rear motor. I love this powertrain. I just wish this was the base powertrain, and I also wish that the Lexus TX hybrids had a 7th seat. A lack of a 7th seat is absolutely mind-blowing for such a behemoth of a vehicle, and that's why one day I'm holding out not only for Lexus to include a 7th seat here on the 500H, as well as the plug-in hybrid version of this, the 550H Plus. Please give us a 7th seat on those. But I'm holding out for the LM, the Lexus LM luxury minivan. If you missed my walk around of it while I was in Japan with David Chow, make sure to check that out. Unreal. Love that thing. They have super ultra luxury version of just 4 seats. For North America, they also should have the luxury minivan market to themselves. Sliding. Old people freaking love minivans. I would say old people, that's the main buyer of Lexus cars. We know that. And minivans, where I live, I would say minivans are just as often driven by retired elderly as they are by parents that have young kids. So there is absolutely a massive demand. Actually, I'm going to go straight here because we might be able to do a 0 to 60. Yeah, because there's that huge demand for minivans, and no one has a luxury minivan in the United States. So let's torque brake this. You know what? I'm going to turn off traction control as well. Did I do it? Yeah, there we go. I think it's on. Felt like it stuttered there. Yeah, that's repeatable. That's actually the fastest time I've received. That's 6.02. I've seen 6.05. I've seen 6.07. So that was technically the fastest. It's essentially a 6-second 0 to 60 car. And if you don't torque brake, it's not that much slower. I saw 6.3 seconds. But the straight line acceleration is one thing. What's even better on this, I'm in sport mode, by the way. What's even better on this is that instant tap of power that you typically only see on plug-in hybrids or full-on battery electric vehicles. So I'm cruising at 40 miles an hour, foot down. Hell yeah. Oh, so good from an enthusiast standpoint. So you get a little shove from that rear motor initially when you put that foot pedal down, and then you get one spicy downshift of this 6-speed auto, which is very quick, and then it gives you, boom, all that power and torque, not only from that turbo 4-cylinder up there, which I think there's about 317 pound-feet of torque on tap, but there's an additional motor generator up there, electric motor that gives you about 65 horsepower, somewhere in there, if I remember correctly, and that has plenty of torque as well. So the front tires are struggling to put down all that power and torque when you get into that accelerator. Of course I wish I had more power and torque to the rear. If you want a better all-wheel drive setup than this, then you need the base 350, but that's going to be slow as molasses because it's just 275 horse. This has almost 100 horsepower more at 366. And then the range topper, not necessarily in straight line performance, I would say it's very similar to this, but that's the 550h plug-in hybrid with the V6. The only way to get a V6 is with the eCVT. That's going to be very responsive, very smooth, but you're not going to have the satisfaction of the crescendo of the engine, of the rowing through the gears or anything like that. I do have paddle shifters here. I haven't touched them once, but let's go and do that. It says third gear right now. Let's do second gear, hammer down. Yeah, it still didn't give me the full beans right off the bat. So Lexus still doles down the throttle response even when you're in the correct gear. Yeah, it takes a bit. It's very weird. So I'm not even going to play with the paddle shifters because that was kind of disappointing. I'd rather just let the traditional logic take over. Feels a little bit better, but it handles great. It looks great up from the outside at night. It's not distracting on the inside with its ambient lighting. It's just enough to give it a little bit of Salt Bay on the inside. I need that 7th seat, Lexus, Toyota. I don't know what you did. You took 2 seats away from the Grand Highlander when making this. And I understand that, yes, the seat capacity in here, you get lots of room with the seats. They're very big, but there's no excuse to have this large of a vehicle and to only have 6 seats. Like my 93 Mercury Sable was a 6-seater, had 2 benches in it. Oh man, frick. Rear wheel steering, it makes this vehicle feel so strange. It feels a bit futuristic with the rear wheel steering assist. Let's get in the brakes, because these brakes, sorry, excuse my language, it's nighttime, right? These brakes are freaking incredible. Love the brake feel in here. So many times on a Lexus hybrid and Toyota hybrids in the past, it's just like, it wasn't acceptable. It just wasn't safe even. Let's hammer it. Yeah, man. And I've been flogging this thing even before you guys saw me start recording here at nighttime. And I'm still getting 25.5 miles per gallon. Before that, I was getting like 26.2. So I've just been smashing the gas pedal this morning, and my fuel economy hasn't dropped off. But I'm going to put it back in normal mode. I want to finish on the brakes. Oversized 6-piston brakes up front with really large brake rotors. And the initial bite on the pedal is fantastic. It's not quite BMW level, but I still like it almost just as much as a BMW brake feel. And it just feels so strong as you bury your foot in the pedal. That was the hardest I got on the brakes there, and it stopped so well, very satisfyingly. Old Lexus hybrids. Gosh, what was it, the the 2020 NX before the redesign. I drove a 2020 NX 300H, and that hybrid brake pedal was complete garbage. It was unsafe. It felt just as bad as my 2012 Prius. Prius gets a pass. It was 8 years older, right, than that NX, and it costs a lot less money. And I think maybe the model I drove was an NX F Sport hybrid. I think that was a potential. Maybe not, I don't remember. But anyways, I'm gonna sign out. Lexus has hit a home run with the complete execution of this vehicle in terms of the driving mechanics of the hybrid powertrain, the efficiency. It's all there, as well as the space in here. It's all there. Just give us a 7th seat and give us the option of sliding doors on the Lexus LM. That would make me, I could probably die a happy Lexus fan after that, assuming they also bring back F performance to the full degree. And yeah, then I could probably die a happy Lexus fan. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Are we gonna get a green here to smash the gas? Yep. Oh, it's great. It's great. All right, guys, have a good one. Peace.